Trying to find desk setup upgrades that are truly worth your hard-earned money can be a problem nowadays. Given the sheer amount of YouTube videos on tech content and setups in general, you're not sure who's being sponsored for what or if the creator is benefiting from pushing a particular product. In this video, I'm going to take you through 8 desk setup upgrades that have actually made an impact on my workflow, productivity, and general attitude towards getting more work done. I've broken this video down into 3 sections. First, ergonomics, second, atmosphere, and finally, productivity. Let's get right into it. I think it's obvious when we're talking about ergonomics that we initially think about our chair or our desk, and both are very much key to ensuring we have a great setup. Something you might not have considered, however, is raising your monitor and other items on your desk, such as your mic, off the table to give you more space, but also to give you more adjustability when it comes to getting the right posture. With the monitor arm, I can set the screen exactly where I want it, get more space back underneath it for my Mac Mini, and also my keyboard if I need to push it out of the way to write some notes. And similarly with my mic, I don't use it all the time, pretty much only when I'm recording these YouTube videos or if I'm on Discord. Now with the mic arm, I can just simply move it out of the way when I'm not using it, and similarly when I am using it, move it in a position that allows me to sit more comfortably when I am talking into it. Following that, more ergonomic touch points are, as I mentioned before, your desk and your chair. I think it's worth spending money on your chair in particular, as you will be likely spending most of your time in it. The same can be said for your desk. Personally, I find having a deep desk allows me to get my elbows actually on the table and balance my weight better for faster typing. A truly impactful change to your setup will be getting a standing desk. I've used these at work and I find them fantastic for changing up how you work at the touch of a button. They are expensive though, so if you can't afford one at the moment, I'd recommend going with the more manual desk adjustment stands that you can get. I think IKEA sell a lot of them, but definitely one of my next upgrades will be a standing desk, and I'm looking forward to doing an updated setup video when I have it. Next up, we have atmosphere. When we think about atmosphere, I'm talking the feeling you get when you sit down at your desk, the environment you've created for yourself and your surroundings. Is it a productive atmosphere? Is it a cozy atmosphere? Is it a mix of both, or is it just a messy atmosphere and you don't want to be there? Oftentimes when we think of a desk setup upgrade, we can be laser focused on the tech behind it, but there is an art to having a setup that truly motivates you to do work and be more productive. Apart from a nice desk or room, there are cheaper, easier elements that you can implement to your setup that will truly take it to the next level, create a nice atmosphere. I recommend adding plants, fake or real. In my previous video, desk setup upgrades that matter in 2024, I only had fake plants, and I'm glad to finally set the record straight and tell you that I now have real plants. They're cacti and from work, so I didn't exactly go out of my way to buy real ones. But anyway, another way of adding atmosphere is to add key accent lighting. There are multiple ways of doing this. You can add some desk lamps, standing lamps, LEDs, RGB bulbs, RGB peripherals, and so on. The sky is the limit. I can guarantee once you do incorporate some of these into your setup, you'll start to want to just sit down and do more work at your desk. Now, onto one of my favorite sections, and possibly the one that has made the most impact in terms of how productive I am, and that is the tech that powers the whole setup. One of the best purchases I've made is the Mac Mini M2. It has skyrocketed my productivity in that everything I do gets done quicker, videos render quickly, it turns on quickly, I can preview 1,000 photos directly off my SD card from my camera instantly. Everything about it in such a small package, it's just the best. I'll be doing a more detailed video on this shortly, but a powerful computer, whether that be your PC or laptop, will be one of the most notable and impactful changes you can make to your setup. I find that connectivity is sometimes equally as important as the PC running the setup, and what I mean by that is the use of dongles to make your life easier. When I'm not making YouTube videos on my Mac Mini, I work my normal day job as a product manager, and that requires me to use a company laptop, which is Windows. To make my life easier, I have a dongle that I connect all of my peripherals to, and with a single USB-C connector, I can switch between my Mac Mini and my work laptop. There may be better ways to do this, but it's definitely a massive step in boosting your productivity, as you won't have to spend the first 10 minutes messing around with wires and plugging everything out. Following that, I love music, and I feel it helps me focus, but maybe I'm kind of odd. That said, another fantastic purchase I made have been my desk speakers, which are the Razer Namo Chroma V2s. I have them years now and they've never let me down. They're great for watching YouTube, listening to music, or watching playbacks of edits I'm doing. They also look great with the RGBs underneath at night. When I want to listen to music at night or continue editing a video while my family are asleep, I switch to my Beyerdynamic DT770 Pros. Check out that video here. They're a fantastic headset and I'd recommend them with an amp, which I'm still yet to get, but they're still fantastic even without it. Ultimately, if you like music or watch a lot of YouTube, play games, I recommend you upgrade your audio. You don't have to go with both, but even one would be a game changer. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you check out my other video on desk setup upgrades that matter in 2024, or how I set up my iPhone so it doesn't ruin my life. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.